Alright, YouTube, today is 7th day of April. We're gonna do a pulled pork. I guess it's kind of a Memphis style. We're just south of Memphis here, but really it's a Mississippi style pulled pork. These are prairie farms, locally grown hogs, all grain fed. You can tell by looking, the marble on these hogs are just real pretty, real lean meat. It's got a real nice fat cap on both of them, as you can see. That fat cap to me, it's a little thin there, but that fat cap is where we're going to get a lot of our good rendering here, our our fat rendered down into the meat. So real simple how to do this the way we do it. We're going to use some glue. Just use this mustard. You don't have to worry about the mustard getting any extra flavor. Any vinegar from the mustard is going to burn off in the heat, the fire. These are two 9-pound butts. So we're looking at about 5 to 6 hours of smoke. Because you can't smoke any longer than that, you'll get a bitter out of it. And then a few more hours on the grill. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to build it up to 199 degrees internal temperature, and that's not going to happen in just a few minutes. So what time is it right now? You know what time it is? Okay, it's bound to be around 5 o'clock, right? So it's about 5:30. So it looks like what we're going to do, we need to have this ready by, let's see here, by 1 o'clock tomorrow. So around 10 p.m. we're going to fire the grill up, Oklahoma Joe out there, and get it up to temp. It should be at temp about 10:30. Nice good smoke going. I'm going to use some cherry on this. I'm not going to mix with some pecan or oak or anything. We're just going to go. So here's how I do my rub, okay? You're going to need a little bit of brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar, but I like to be able to taste my food. Alright? So I'm going to say you need about a cup. For those of you who can't measure, that's about a cup. A little bit of my, well, it's not mine, but it's Lambert's sweet rub. I like that pretty good. Just want to add a little to it. Break it up. You don't need a whole lot, but you do want to be able to taste it. Alright, so let's mix this up real good. Some folks I've seen, they just sprinkle it on there, but it's called a rub for a reason. You want to rub it. Alright, so let's just start rubbing. Yeah, you want to put it on that fat cap too, so you cover it all up. You want a good glaze, just kind of massage it into the meat there. Getting all them little corners and all them little spots where you can add it in there. Pack it down, man. You want to be able to taste. It's good stuff right here, I'm telling you. It's good stuff. So keep it on here. Really want to just get it into that meat. You want that meat to get it in all them cracks and crevices. Don't be shy with it either. We like it. We like a little sweet, is what we like. Not a whole lot of heat on this. It's mostly sweet. Alright, so that one's down. Let's move on to this other one here. Man, these are good looking pieces. So you find your little pocket there. Throw you some goodies down in the pocket. Hide that. That'll cook right in real nice. Alright. Roll this big old boy over here. Get it on down in there. Yeah, look at there. Now we're not going to throw it on the fire immediately. Like I said, it's about 5:30. So we're actually going to let it sit up, kind of caramelize just a little bit, and soak in. I'm going to take mine a step further. I know a lot of folks don't do this with Boston butts, but I am going to inject this thing and fill it up with all kind of happiness. So you remember this right here now is the brown sugar. This is the brown sugar and the sweet rub of mine, as it's called. All right, just kind of, you can see that brown sugar. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of apple juice here. Right. There you go. Now what we're going to do with apple juice, we're going to take our little injector, kind of stir it up some. And we'll take this and we'll spritz this meat as we cook. So I left out a pretty interesting note here. It's kind of serious too. You want to add your honey to it. Now, I would say just a couple of teaspoons here. I wouldn't just go too crazy with it. About half a bottle. So, all right, let's stir it up a little bit. Yeah, sometimes I heat this up to make, to help kind of make it go through the injector a little bit. There we go, nice and flowy. There you go. All right, just keep randomly finding you a spot. Look at that, see it poke out like that? It's filling up with all that honey and whatnot. I just go all over, find me some good. There's the money muscle right there. Oh, look at that thing bulge out. Sound effects help put you there, I guess. Alright. Now you don't have to inject, and no, this isn't competition style right here. Look at there. Okay. So, you can tell when you get too much, it just starts rolling out the sides. But to me, you can't go wrong. You just fill this thing up till you run out of holes. Alright, that's good right there on this side. And I'm going to let it sit for a few hours. Everything will soak through to the bottom of the pan. We'll move over to this one over here. Right on. Start here in the corner here. See what we can get. Yeah, alright. Yes, sirree. You can see all those tissues and muscles on the inside. They really gather this up, soak it in. It helps expand the meat, makes it more tender, keeps it juicy. This is going to be about the easiest Boston butt pulled pork recipe and cook you've ever seen, because everybody else likes to make it so difficult. It's really not. The hardest part is going to be just making sure you don't get too hot and make sure you don't get too cool either. Nobody ever talks about how, well, they got to hour 12 and the meat stalled out at 171 degrees. Well, that's going to happen. Now, I can't tell you what temperature your meat's going to stall at, but I can tell you that it will happen. And what I mean by stall is, as you're checking your meat over, over the course of the cook, then you're slowly but surely going to come up in internal temperature, and all of a sudden you're going to get to like 160, 165, 170. That's bright. That's bright. And thanks. And then you're going to stall out, and you'll have to add a little bit more fire to it and this and that. But I'm going to walk you through that. Here in about 4 hours, we're going to put this on and get it going. All right? I'll be back. Okay, it is about 2 after 10 p.m. It's nice and cool tonight. Got a pretty moon out. We're going to go ahead and get this thing up to temp here and try to get us some meat on in the next 30 minutes. I'm going to use cherry tonight, real nice cherry. Now that looks like poop right there, but it's actually bark. Yeah. So anyway, stick around here just a few more minutes. It's Oklahoma Joe's. We're going to get us some barbecue going. Hang tight. All right, so these are the two butts while I'm waiting on my temp to come up in the grill. I just wanted to show you what it looks like after sitting about 4.5 hours. So a lot of the juice that I injected with did make its way all the way through the meat. And we will save that juice and repurpose it, as we'll fill up a spray bottle and spritz them throughout the cook. I just wanted to show you what they look like, and it smells so good in here right now. And so here we are back again. You can see that I'm sitting on right on 275. The other side of the grill is a little cooler. It's always going to be a little cooler. It's at about 230, maybe 240, something like that. But I'm going to try to cook directly in the center here. I'm going to set them sideways. If it was one, it'd be a little bit different, but I'm going to set them sideways in here. Let me set the camera down for a second. I'll show you what the placement's going to be like on the grill. Alright, so they fit in there. It's kind of snug, but they do fit. Now, over time, they will draw in a little bit. It'll give us a little bit more room, but the door will close. And if I set one over in this corner, keep in mind it's going to cook slower than the one closest to the fire down in the firebox. So we want to cook them as evenly, and we're going to turn these. You know, I just realized something. Okay, so I want the bone. There it is right there. I want it on each side, and then the money muscle on the opposite side. That's how I'm going to keep track of where I'm at. So we're going to turn them. Some folks say don't turn them, but I want them evenly cooked. So every hour when I make my check, I'm going to rotate them 25%. Every 4 hours they'll make a full revolution, and then, you know, at the 4-hour mark, this bone will be facing the heat again. So in an hour from now, we'll come back and see what we got. All right, stay tuned. Here we are. It's 11:30, out for our hourly check here. Got good smoke and temps are about right. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Looking real good so far. I don't think I'm quite ready to roll them around just yet. I want them to cook a little bit more before I roll them. Earlier I had said I was going to roll them or turn them 25% on the first hour, but this is our first time to cook 2 at a time, so I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to keep them where they're at until 12:30. I think that's what I want to do. But anyway, something I want to talk about that you won't really find the other ones saying much is during the sun. If you're cooking during the daytime, then the sun will keep your grill a pretty normal temp. Now, since it is nighttime and there is no sun, your grill is going to the temperature is going to vary quite a bit. You really got to stay on top of it. It is also supposed to get down to like 42 or 43 tonight. There's a little bit of a southerly wind. I'm just gauging that by my smoke, but still, even in the 40s, you know, it's going to be kind of tough keeping this thing up. But anyway, 12:30, we'll get back to it, check it again, and see what it's like. Stay tuned. All right, it's 12:30. Right at 275. Got to take a look at the moon. And when I first started it, the moon was over there. And now it's moved over here. It's a little cool outside. Got still pretty good smoke coming out. Let's take a look here. Oh, nice and pretty down in there. Okay. I think we're good. Might add a little. Let's take a look inside. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's turn them ever so slightly. Yeah, okay. Good deal. go. They've been turned a corner, kind of backed out towards this side of the grill a little bit, but that's fine. Get a little bit more smoke on this side here. All right, what do we need to do? I tell you what, we'll close it down and get us a piece of this cherry here. Yeah, sure is pretty. Ready up smoke box. Get you another piece in there. Man, it's so pretty. It smells so good. Oh, you're gonna get kind of warm now. All right. Come back out here about 1:30 and take a look. Something I need to mention. I have my damper on my firebox all the way closed. Try to regulate it. And also, my stack is barely open, about a quarter of a turn. So, it's able to regulate down pretty good. Okay, be back in an hour. Let's see where we're at. It's 1:30. I'm a little cool. I'm just about 225 degrees in the rear. About 255 up front. Let's take a look at this thing. Got a lot of nice carameling going on. Looking sweet so far. It's pretty moist. I spritzed it a while ago. I didn't do that on video, but I went ahead and spritzed it. It looks like it's still pretty good and moist. I won't do that just yet. Okay. Take a look at the firebox here. Plenty of fire left in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Since I was a little cool and it is in the 40s, I'll open that up just a little bit right there. Open that stack up just a little bit. Temperature should jump up okay. I'll see everyone at 2:30 a.m. Alright, it's 2:30. Okay, I'm just above 250. I'm looking good. Still got good smoke coming. Oh wow, you can go find that moon. She's way over there now. Still a nice night. Looks to be in the 40s right now. Okay, good deal. Looking good. Alright, let's take our finger. I'm going to roll this booger around. Okay, I'm going to roll you around like this. Now, alright. No, I wanted to flip them. Yeah, that's back to where we started. That's okay. They're looking good. I'm going to go get a little of that juice. Be right back. Alright, so I just added a little bit of juice to them, a little bit, kind of sweeten them on back up just a hair. I'm going to take a look, see what the fire's like. Still got plenty of wood down in there. A little shown charcoal, but I'm not going to change the charcoal or add any to it until I take it off the smoke. So it's 2:30 now. Yeah, 2:30 now. At 3:30, I'm going to take it off the smoke. Okay, see you at 3:30. Okay, it's 3:30. I've dropped just about 25 degrees. Isn't too bad considering. There's the moon way over there. Sun will be coming up over there here in just a couple of hours. Anyway, let's take a look, see what she looks like. Oh my goodness, look at that. on. Okay, now I think she's took about all the smoke I really want either one of them to take. It's been on there 5 hours, and I'm sure it's got a pretty good smoke ring by now after 5 hours. Okay, that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them and I'm not going to remove the wood, but I'm going to add a little charcoal to it. Now, they're not going to take much smoke after I wrap them, so let me wrap them up and show you what it looks like. Actually, let's go ahead and I got an old school thermometer here before I do it. I'm going to just see what our internal is real quick. It is probably going to be still really cool. Right on, so it's still at about 100 degrees. I've got several hours to go. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this bugger up, both of them, and all right, there they are, all wrapped up. I'm gonna let a little bit of the wood burn off, and not to mention it feels real nice right now. I'll be back at 4:30. Oh yeah, wait. I am gonna add some charcoal to this fire. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ramp it up just a little bit. Since I'm not smoking anymore, I still want to slow cook, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more charcoal, not so much wood now. All right, I'm out. Hey YouTube, it is 4:30 a.m. We're slightly up above at about 300, which is all right now because we've wrapped. We're not getting a whole lot of smoke anymore. But we're all with the cooking off charcoal now, trying to keep a consistent temp. So I'm slightly a little bit more open than I was when we were cooking it. But way down there you can see the moon. It's traveled across the sky this evening, so the moon's been with us all night. Here in a little bit the sun will be popping up over the east. We'll be back at 5:30. Check this temp. Alright, it's 5:42. I just opened the lid. I'm sitting right at 300. As you can tell, there's no moon, and the sun is starting to come up over there, and we're sitting on 41 degrees out here. Let's take a look at our fuel. I'm going to need to add just a little bit of fuel. So anyway, we'll check back at 6:30. Alright. Good morning, YouTube. It is now 6:30 a.m. And I was at just about 290 degrees on the grill. I'm taking a temp, so I still have quite a ways to go. This meat needs to round on up to about right there, so it's gonna be a minute. You just have to hang tight. All right. Be back in about an hour. About 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Sun's out. Nice, beautiful day. Anyhow, take some internal temps. Take a look here, see what we got. So anyway, we're moving right along. We got about 47 degrees to go and we'll be good. We'll just check this one too for kicks and giggles. It's a little warmer on that one. Alright, I'm gonna swap them. Okay. See you in an hour. Alright y'all, it's 9:30 the following morning. Temps holding about right, about 275 on the far end, and 300 on the side next to the box. So I'm right where the meat is. I'm right at about 280. or 285. I think I'm doing okay. No change. Last hour I added a little bit more fuel, which was just charcoal. So I think things are working out for us pretty good. All right, here we are. We're back again. It is 10:30 in the morning. Let's you can see I'm right at about 300 here, about 265 here. So split the difference, and that's what you got. So you need a glove here. I'm gonna take these boogers and rotate them back around. A lot of juice in there, and that juice will burn the daylights out of you, so don't jack around with that juice. Alright, I'm gonna turn him. Man, these things just smell so good. And that side's good. See all that juice in there? I'm gonna try to pull that up, hold that juice in there if we can. Because that is like basting this thing. I mean, it is just wonderful. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut it back down. Take a look at our fuel level. Fuel level is good. But I am going to, you can see how far I've ramped this up now. I'm going to ramp it up just a little bit more. Sun's out. It's going to naturally try to help keep the grill a little bit more level and temp. And at 11:30, now we're not going to jump 30 degrees in 1 hour, but I'm expecting a 15-degree jump because the sun is out. And I think we're doing all right. Okay. Now, if there was such thing as smell-o-vision, you could tell exactly what's going on here. But anyway, it is 1:30 p.m. the following day. These two 9-pound butts finally finished off at. I took them off at 200 degrees. They look really good. They smell really good. You can see where this bone started pushing out. Look at that. That ain't a chunk of meat left on that bone. That is exactly how you do it. Let's see this one over here. It just slid. Look at there. Ain't a piece of meat left on there. That's how you do it. All right, so you can tell we got a little bit of smoke on here. Look at here. See that pink right there? That indicates a really defined smoke line. Let's see how easy this thing just kind of, look at that. Look at this. It is just, I mean, falling apart. I'm going to open it up a little bit, let it kind of sit. Now, a lot of folk will go through here and they will pull that fat out, like the fat cap that's on the bottom. There's that money maker right there. Oh man, look at that. So look at that smoke ring right there. Now I know this took a long time. It's two 9-pound butts. I started yesterday. I put them on the, look at that smoke ring. Can you see that smoke ring right there? I put these things on the fire last night at 10:30. Let's take a look at this other one while that one kind of relaxes a little bit. Look at that. All right, let's open this one up. See, oh, look at there. I'm telling you. This top-rated barbecue right here. Let's see here. Now I'll play with, look at that smoke ring. Get a picture of that right there. See that ring, how it goes around the side right there? This stuff, doggone, this is some good looking barbecue. And it just pulls so easy. I mean, I could actually take my hands now. I like using these bear claws. You don't have to. There's some little fat cap. No, that's the money maker. Right. That would be the fillet. I'd call it the fillet of this pork butt because now I've pulled a little bit of this apart. You can see how easy this is. I mean, it's so easy going. It's just over the smoke for the right amount of time. I mean, if you look down here, look at that smoke ring. That pink right there around that edge, that's where that smoke came into the meat. It's not too much, but just right. Now, some folks will go through here and they will pick out the fat, but over this long smoke, the only real fat that didn't render is going to be that fat cap on the back, that piece of fat cap. Some people will pull it out, some people will leave it in. I like to leave most of it in. I'll take the skin and pull the skin out and separate it. It's just not edible unless you have a pot of beans you want to throw it in or something. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how easy it tears out and what that smoke ring looks like. This one over here looks just as good. You see all that juice? That's very little marinade that we basted it with. Most of it is that fat that rendered throughout the cook. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you have ideas, I'll try to respond to you when I can. Alright, thanks a lot. Have a good one.